The last dinner we had at Planet Hollywood with everybody was kind of sad because I knew like a lot of the girls weren't auditioning again, and especially some of my good friends. So it was sad, but it was fun, you know, to end the year on a good note, to go out to dinner and everything with everyone.
Planet Hollywood was, I think it was bittersweet in a way because we were getting ready to say goodbye. We knew a bunch of the girls from last season weren't going to come back this year. And it was kind of sad because we had a really close-knit group of girls last year. So it was sad that some of them weren't going to be coming back.
I don't want to keep you guys really long. I just wanted to thank you guys for a really great year. In a season that was what could have been very lackluster for us, I think that we really pulled together as a team and had an incredible year. When we think back on how many things we were able to accomplish, getting the swimwear done, really getting our designated charity program rolling, working with the opera, something that no other NBA team has done. We are going to lose at least half of our current team. So it's going to be a year of change, but a year of change brings incredible new energy. It brings excitement, and it brings an opportunity to continue to take this team and go up and up and up. So for those of you that stay with us next year, I'm really looking forward to that. And for those of you that are moving on, I just really want to wish you guys all the best.
Coming back as a veteran, I think, is one of the most nerve-wracking positions to be in. You know, when you have been on the team for any length of time, you know what there is to enjoy, you know what there is to look forward to, and you also know what you would miss if you weren't a part of it again. So as a veteran, coming into this season, you know, they really had two things. One, the anxiety of an audition and knowing that there wasn't the golden rule that they were going to make it again, because there are no guarantees. But two, coming into an audition year where so many girls from the previous season were not auditioning again, that they were going to be in a position, if they did make it again, where it was a brand new team.
I want to have a more toned body. I want to lose some weight. I want to get more physically fit, which is very important because we're going to be wearing those costumes and stuff throughout the season, and you have to look good in them. We started off with some cardio, and then we worked some legs. We did some squats and lunges. I like having a personal trainer because it'll really push me harder and make me work for what I want.
We are going to Powerhouse Gym to take a hip-hop class taught by a hip-hop teacher named Casper. It's a good workout, it's fun, helps me get in shape and ready for auditions, and helps me work on my hardest style of dance to master, which is hip-hop.
5 and 6, slowly, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, even though I'm a veteran coming back, I still have to earn my spot back on the team, and it's important that I'm in my top dance performance and physical performance that I can be. So, you know, I'm going to be out there with all the other girls trying out too. Just because I'm a veteran doesn't mean I don't have to earn my spot back on the team.
Fast down and try to bring your hands as far back as you can.
I've been working out with a trainer, and he has me doing strength training with weights 3 days a week, and then as much cardio as my body can handle right now, just basically trying to burn more calories than I'm taking in. It's easy to do a crunch time workout, and pretty much what happens a lot of times is girls will think that if they starve themselves and not eat and do a ton of cardio, that'll get them to their goal, which it will, but it's not getting you there in a healthy way. So what's happening is you're gonna get to that point and there's no way your body can go without that much food and go with that much cardio for a long period of time. So I'm just trying to do a healthy way of planning it out and eating right, not starving myself, but eating enough calories a day to get me through, and then to do enough cardio to burn. And then once I get to my goal and feel confident and like the way I look, then I can stop doing as much and just maintain that. So that's what I'm working on.
This year, the Orlando Magic offered approximately 8 weeks of pre-audition classes, at first once a week and then a 3-day boot camp just before auditions. And they taught all the routines that they had performed last season at games, so it gave us a very good idea of what to expect during the audition process.
1, 2.
Just know that when you're a magic dancer, you are a magic dancer. So that's your life. If you want to make it your life, you'll love it. It's your life. You'll be doing it 3 nights a week or more out of a 7-day week, 3-4 nights maybe. But when we're all here and we love to do it, it's fun. So just keep that in mind as well. It is a part-time job, but it's not. It's more of a full-time job, but it's so much fun. When you're dedicated and you can be there 4 nights out of the week, it's a lot of fun.
The pre-audition classes were a lot of fun. It was really extensive. A lot of the routines were a little difficult at first, like I had, like I was trying to remember them. I knew what Janine was expecting. I knew what I had to prepare for the, audition, the actual audition.
It was kind of fun to get me back into it because I hadn't done the same kind of dancing like hip hop and stuff like that in the past year. So it just kind of got me back into the groove of things, and I think it really helped out a lot.
They were great. They were really good for me because I hadn't danced probably 4 months prior to that. Just the move, I'm with the dance company back in Houston. I couldn't do practices or shows with them because I was just consumed with the moving here, and I moved my life, so it was something new for me. And so they're great, just getting back in shape. My body just kind of didn't want to, realize that I had to dance again. So it was good for me. It was good.
Gave us a real insight as to some of the moves that Janine choreographs with. It was also a lot of fun because I saw Dana there, and so it's nice to see a friendly face after you go to the classes, and then when you go to the audition and you recognize the girls there, it really calms your nerves because you know names and you know faces and you know they're nice girls. So it gives you someone to talk to and to hang out with and to practice with, as if just going to an audition cold, you're all there by yourself and you see groups and little cliques, and that just makes you even more nervous. So that's how the audition classes, I think, help out overall.
I was really excited to see quite a few of the dancers that had been in our final audition and our boot camp from the previous season, because I knew that they knew exactly what I was looking for and they knew exactly what they needed to do to be right for the job this year.
Well, last year I auditioned for the Magic, and it was my first time auditioning. Fortunate enough, I was able to make it through the process to boot camp, and they actually chose 6 people.
You didn't know when you were being judged. You didn't know, it just was a stressful process. And even though we had so many great experiences from it, it was so hard to enjoy it because you were constantly, oh my gosh, I might not make it, I might make it.
And so I was lucky to be one of those 6. And when it came time to announce the final 2 to bring on the team, unfortunately my name wasn't called, but looking back, I'm glad that I wasn't called because I was able to work that much harder and get that much better for this year's audition.
Granted, I walked away with so many, look, and I'm here still again, and obviously so is Deanna. I mean, we walked away with so much more pride in ourselves, and we knew what we wanted this year.
So this year we came
prepared
to have a good time and just be ourselves and not be stressed out.
This is an incredible year to come and audition, and I'll tell you why. This is the largest turnover that we've experienced in a long time. Your chances are significantly increased in a year like this when there are absolutely 11 guaranteed spots open. So if you've gotten frustrated with yourself at any point during audition classes, or you've thought, I can't do this, don't give up. Just come and do your best tomorrow, do your best Friday, and do your best Sunday. And if you've walked in and you've gone through every phase doing your best, then regardless of the outcome, at least you can say, you know what, I did my best.
Going into an audition every year, there's not only anxiety by the dancers, but I have some anxiety because our goal every season is to really grow this program to a greater level.
It's harder every year for me because like the first year you have nothing to lose if you don't make it, you know. And then the second year I was just like, oh my gosh, I really want to do this again, and you know what you would be missing if you didn't make it. And then this year, same thing, like I knew what I would have been missing, and I already did it for 2 years, so each year it does definitely get harder.
The first round of auditions, getting there was pretty intimidating. There was a lot of good girls. You know, you walk in and everyone's got their little outfits on, and right away you don't want to start judging and you don't want to start psyching yourself out, and that's the most important thing, is just to remember why you came there, and that no matter what you're going to do, you're going to do your best not to judge yourself against others and not to compare yourself against other girls.
I wasn't nervous till about 4 o'clock this morning when I woke up. I just woke up in the middle of my sleep and started freaking out, wondering how many people are going to be here, and because you know how you have your off days and your on days in dancing, so I'm just really hoping that today is not one of those off days. And then that just trying to make it to PI, Pleasure Island. So
everyone looks good. I haven't seen anybody dance yet, so it's going to be completely new to me, and I'm number 1. So I'm just going to learn the choreography, think about myself, and do it, and try not to, because if I look at everyone else, I'll get nervous.
Yeah, I just need to make sure that I ate good, I got a good night's sleep, I feel prepared. I've had a long drive to kind of get my head ready and know what I'm getting into today, just to relax, have fun, and really project that I'm having fun to the judges.
We're so excited to have all of you here today, so thank you for joining us. Today will be a very exciting day, and just stay enthusiastic, have fun with it, and all of that good stuff. The audition process. You've got the first round, which we're going to get started with in just a moment. First round is an across-the-floor combination. 2, 3, 4, Shanae, turn, ball change, spot, monk. Cross it over, suit new, 2, down, 3, together, 4. You've got it. It's not difficult, it's fun, so have fun with it. And at the end of that combination, then we will make a first cut. For those who are asked to stay, we will then, I will then teach the performance routine. It has jazz, hip hop, and freestyle in it, so it is a lot of fun. At the end of the performances of the routine, we will make a final cut for the day, and then we will advance our finalists to Pleasure Island, boot camp, and interviews this week, which is, I can assure you, we've got some fun stuff lined up for all of that.
I was slightly intimidated at first. I was trying not to get my hopes up, I guess. I was just there, I was gonna do my thing, work my hardest, and I just didn't want to get my hopes up. The judges were great, they were all into it, they weren't, straight face the whole time, they were getting into it, and they made me get into it.
First round of auditions, there were a lot of girls there, and everybody's all dressed up and just ready to go, so it's very nerve-wracking with that many people there.
I've been watching everybody, and it's just, I don't know, it's kind of nerve-wracking. This is the part I like the least.
Just checking everyone out, see what the competition is.
Looking at their outfits. I think it's because we put so much thought and process into what we do. It's like fun to see how everybody else kind of prepares for it the same way, and also to see, look at the level that everybody's at, see if our job's in jeopardy, perhaps. Who knows,
Thank you, ladies. Everybody did so good, and you have to give yourselves a big round of applause. As you all know, this is by virtue of 75 girls being here and only a maximum of 18 positions, we do have to make cuts throughout the day. Don't take it personally. It doesn't mean that you aren't the same beautiful person you were when you walked in today. It doesn't mean that you are not a tremendous dancer. Perhaps your style is a little different than we are currently seeking. So just keep that in mind and stay focused. And if this is truly one of your goals, then really focus on that during this coming year, and I hope to see you again next year if you do not remain with us during this second round. We're going to go ahead and cut. The following dancers we would like to see you stay and learn the performance routine. We'd like to see number 1, number 2, Number 3.
Every time they call the numbers from the first round to the second pick, and then there is a final cut after that, it just kind of your heart stops beating for a minute until they call your number, and it's always a big relief, like the world's lifted off your shoulders whenever they finally call you. And I had some friends there with me too who at least made it to the final round, which was nice as well.
70, 71, and 72. Please give your neighbor a hug. Thank you, ladies, if you were asked to stay.
After we did across the floor, Janine taught us the routine. She taught it at a pretty quick pace, so you've got to be on the ball, you got to pay attention, and you want to pick it up, but you also want to pay close attention to the details, because you know that's the stuff when trying out for a dance team they're really going to look for. Maybe not necessarily if you have the whole combination perfect right away, but if you've got the arm or the head that you made a point in saying this is where I want it, if you pay attention to those close details, that's one of the things you want to pick up.
This particular routine, it incorporates hip hop, jazz, technical movement, and freestyle. So this part of the day, as I watched the dancers learn the choreography, because it wasn't easy by any stretch, as I watched them learn and then begin performing the choreography for the judges, a lot of my anxiety was relieved. I saw in the room that we had an incredible group of young ladies that would really make a great part of this team. So for me, as they started performing for the judges, all of that stress really started to be lifted off my shoulders.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I think I could have done a lot better. I know I could have done a lot better, but I feel good. You know, it's out of my hands right now, so hopefully they'll see through my mess-ups and want to bring me further. So I had a good time though. It was a lot of fun.
It has to be in sets of 3. Yeah. So either 27,
27 or 30, basically.
or 33.
If we went 30, we'd be here.
I think I did pretty good. I did my best, so that's all I can do. I tried my hardest and I smiled my biggest, so we'll see what happens.
You have them on your bubble list.
Yeah, no, I was just kind of jotting down the first round. The second round's busy, but
We have stuff for 30. I wanted to take 27 or 30. Our show we wrote for 33. So we're still actually under the timeline that we wrote for the show anyways. It's no extra money or anything for us to take 3 more.
No, just time.
Yeah. I see potential. I would see them benefiting from being able to go. Let's check the others and make sure.
First time, I was a little nervous and I messed up the beginning, but then I redeemed myself towards the end. And I felt when I got off that time, I was a little iffy, but then the second time, I did a lot better and more facial, so I think I did okay.
I mean, I was definitely nervous as everyone else was, but I think I did good. I messed up a little bit each time, but I really felt like I tried my hardest and was really having a good time, so hopefully that's enough.
Still have another round to go and interviews to go, which this is only 1/3 of what we have to go through. So today's first round, and then we have interviews, which play as big a role as being able to dance and having the fitness. And then of course we have finals and
boot camp.
And boot camp over the next few days. So there's a lot to still be done. But have a good pool, looking good.
I really salute you for coming here today and working so hard, because you guys were absolutely working it. I know that routine was not easy. It was definitely challenging, but I hope that you found it to be fun. I think the music's a lot of fun. And, if nothing else, I hope you walk away, even if you are disappointed that you're not a finalist, at least enjoying the experience and the process. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and read this list, and these young ladies we'd like to see stay in the gym. The remainder of you, I really do hope to see you next year. It really is about the perseverance and the dedication to your art. All right, number 71, number 58, number 57, number 69.
I tried to, keep a good personality, and it just was really nerve-wracking every time they called names, because I was like one of the last ones called every time, so I was just like.
Number 26, number 36, number 20, number 68.
Every time that comes, that cut comes, you're just thinking, I just want to get to the next level, I just want to get to the next level. Once they say your numbers, right away that's gone, and you're like, okay, now this is what I have to do to make it to the next level. And then the competition just keeps getting worse and worse. Even though the number of girls goes down, that's when you've really got to start working harder, and that's when the competition just goes from lower to higher.
Number 60, number 59, number 10, number 22, number 50, number 55, and number 30. Thank you, ladies, so very much. Hello? Yes. Okay, the hard part's over. Thank you, I'm so excited. Yes, Erin, Dana, Kim, all of the ladies. Okay, let me call you right back. Love you too.
Boot camp lasts for about 2 days. You have fitness trainers come in, then after that you have to do an entire dance class. So it really challenges your physical ability to endure.
Interviews are good. I thought interviews were probably the least nerve-wracking part. It was really a calm setting. They didn't put any pressure on you or intimidate you in any way. You just went into a room and they all sat around you and just asked you questions. Basically, not even about your dancing, but just about you and about your personality and how you interact with people. And you could really tell they weren't just hardcore about your dance ability, but they cared more about as a person and about what you would bring to the team besides your dance ability or besides your performance, but as a person. And that you could tell they were looking for unique girls, and they didn't want a cookie cutter type. They wanted you to just be yourself. So.
After going through it last year and getting a taste of what is expected in the whole process, what did you do from the time we saw you last year to now to get yourself ready?
I stayed in dance class, of course. Over the year, I've matured a lot more. From past situations, I've learned from them, and I've been able to grow from them. So.
And what a difference a year makes. I mean, she seems so much more comfortable and ease in speaking. I mean, she hit it right on the head. She matured a lot in the last year, so I was very excited to see that. I'm just curious. You're a Buccaneers cheerleader in the NFL, but you're still considering making this drive to Orlando to be in the NBA. Why?
As a professional dancer, it's different. NFL is wonderful, but you're called a cheerleader. You're not called a dancer. When you get to NBA, then you are a dancer. And I want that so bad, that distinction.
What's one thing about yourself, unique or other, that's not in your packet? Something that we don't know.
I am very...
Something you've done, somewhere you've traveled,
I just
hidden
went to
talents.
London. I
this one for London.
Oh wow. You can clap with one hand.
You can clap with one hand.
You said hidden talent.
Yeah, that's
What do you mean you can